Yo patrons, this is Johannes from Noisepod, and today I'm making two videos, and this is the first video, and this video is just about a pretty simple, it's a script for Windows in this case, but you can do the same thing on Mac, and it is to speed up your workflow when it comes to handling files. And I have a script that I use when clients send me tracks to master an album. And I always do the same thing, that I'm copying my mastering template to a folder. I'll put every track in a folder, and then I'm copying my mastering template and stuff like that into that folder, and rename the files accordingly to the project, and the tracks and so on. And they for the first maybe 5 years of me mastering, I did all this manually. I never thought about that I can actually automate this and save me a lot of time. And today, I've been using scripts to automate this for ages now. So I don't really think about it, but I realized that I don't think that many people actually do this. If you do, then it's all fine. And it's both Mac and Windows comes with pretty powerful scripting languages that you can use to do just simple file operations like renaming, copying stuff, and creating folders and stuff like that. So I'm just going to show you my script, and just to give you some ideas. I'm actually not gonna. Maybe I'm gonna post my script, but since this is so personal, you need to create your own script. But why I'm posting this today is because even if I think that AI isn't in a place where you can create stuff like plugins and stuff from the ground and up, really, you need an idea, and then you can use AI to make code more efficient, or suggest solutions to bugs or issues and stuff like that. But I don't think it's good enough yet for just creating stuff from the ground up. So you need something to work with. But when it comes to scripting for the OS and file operations and things like that, then you can actually just ask ChatGPT or any AI really can you create this for me? So if you don't do this, even if you don't know how to script, then you can still make this happen. Okay? All right. Let's go to the screen. Here's what I'm doing. This is an album client sent to me from mastering. So all I do when I receive files like this is that I actually create a folder for the client on my hard drive where I have all my client's projects. So the client have a folder, and then the project has a folder in that folder as well. So that I'm doing manually still. But then I'm mark all the tracks, and then I just drag it to my setup script that I have here. It's just called MUP, which stands for folder in Swedish. So we're just gonna drop this on that, and the script starts to work, and this is the result. I'm still in the same folder. So instead of audio files, I now have a folder for each of the tracks that were sent to me. And if I go into a folder, then I have my mastering template named to the file and add with the master 001 version 1. This is my internal version handling naming. You can do whatever with that. And I have another script that copies to every folder automatically, which is a script that cleans up the folder when I'm done. So it will remove any backup files and stuff that's not being used automatically. So I can have a pretty clean project, so I know that the files that are in the folder are actually the files that I'm using for final delivery. Everything else will be cleaned out. And in the main folder, I have my template for creating vinyl album and the streaming template as well to create the stream files. These are not always necessary, but I'm just copying them to make it easier. And I actually have an undo script as well. So if I don't want to use this, for example, in this case, the client have named the files pre-master. Maybe I realized I want to remove that from the folder names and the file names before I start to work. Then I have an undo map that I can just drag the folders to, and it will will go back to a state where I'm having the audio files instead. This saves me a lot of time, especially let's say that you have 2 albums sent to you on a day. Then even if it's not that much work to create a folder, naming them and copying files and stuff like that, but it's probably 10-15 minutes a project. That's 30 minutes of mastering time that I saved on that day. So it builds up, so over time you save a lot of time. So that's that for this video. It's just a tip really. So I can show you my script, but as I said, you won't be able to use it. You can just pick the ideas how I handling file names and what commands I use to do different things, so that you can do. But you can't just use the script. So I'm just gonna copy it as text, not a file or anything. So that's it, and now I'm gonna write a post about this and send out to you guys, and then I'm gonna create another video for a Reaper script that I created and refined, and I think it's ready to be shared. And it's also a thing that has to do with name, but region names. But you'll get that later today. So have a good one, and I see you soon. Bye bye.